regain the coverage. And although we may have been out for a few minutes, there hasn't been any change in the score. It's 0-0. And there's just under 20 minutes remaining in this must-win clash for either team. Green Gully and Hume City. Green Gully, as we mentioned, need the points to be equal second on the table. Hume need to win if they're to be playing finals football. Rico Bene. Hain. Here's Hegarty. Whipped in towards that back post. Cardozo hasn't seen much of the football this afternoon. Lovely control. Bissinger there. It looked ugly, but it was effective. He got the football first. Hume and Gully looking to break the deadlock. A great chance here. Petrevsky makes the dummy and inches wide there. That ball being fired in by Hegarty. Just a bit more power on that, you feel, on the replay, and that should have been the opener. That definitely was the case. Went for placement rather than power. The placement just inches wide off the far post. It lacked the finishing, held up on this heavy pitch. Keane's a relief man again. That's the second stroke of luck he's had, ironically, off that man, Hegarty. First the woodwork in the first half. And now that shot wide. And once again, the ball's sitting up. And what would normally have run out here many a times a Green Gully reserve. Fleming. Not the best of clearances there from Von Dijk, but effective. Found Cardozo. And now Hume with some space on the left. Harrison. Just over 10 minutes remaining in this contest. Time ticking down for both teams. Fighting again. That man, Hegarty, is on fire. And Reece Keane will be relieved to see the end of him at the end of the match. And hopefully for his sake, a clean sheet. Hopefully for Hegarty's, it's a goal that keeps Hume Cities alive. Finals aspirations alive. Hesketh. Lost it. Here he is again. And it will be a Gully. In fact, the assistant, that was interesting, pointed in Gully's direction, overruled by the referee. And that could have been late and is from Medjedovic. Keane will restart. And needs to play quickly. Just over 10 minutes left in this contest. And something on with the football, it looks like. Roddy Vargas there. Gifting someone a free football in the car park. Keane. You can see why this afternoon he's keeping Medjedovic out of the starting 11. In fact, take that back. Roganovic. He's had a brilliant game by his standards. Intercepted there by Hockless. He's had a bit of the football since coming on as a substitute. Keane will need to clear, and that was good pressure there from Van Dijk. And Cardozo too. And ironically, it's both of them combining again, but Fleming there to the rescue. And the longer this game goes, you feel that a draw is looking like the most likely result, but it's going to be one piece of brilliance or a mistake you feel that could be the difference. This man's been brilliant, Hegarty, for Hume. And not even bother playing that as Cardozo. He knew he would have been offside. Now a chance here for Green Gully through Guerrero. Couldn't find the return ball to Fisher. Vargas. And the flag will go up. It won't count for Hockless. And that was an easy one for the assistant. And we'll see the transfer and Hockless, even from that angle, a good few metres ahead of Barnes. Was that a hint of handball? There from Cardozo. Referee doesn't think so. Bissinger. Eduero. And unable to keep it alive was Hayne. And another substitution being made for Green Gully, this time the third and final. Anthony Silamidis coming on. And it looks as though coming off will be Jason Hayne, number 8, and it will be. Silamidis for Hayne. And it's one of the last rolls of the dice for Ian Dobden. Scores locked at 0-0. There's just over 5 minutes remaining. And Green Gully looking for some strike power to give them the advantage and possibly a winner in this contest. Hume have done well, particularly kicking against a very stiff breeze. Harrison. Vargas to Hockless. On the inside, Eduardo. Will he have the pace to beat pace? He won't. The veteran does well, Stephen Pace. Very cool and calm under pressure there, Stephen Pace. Normally, Asagi Eduardo wins the one-on-ones. Good defending there from Hume City. As we mentioned, 0-0. Under 5 minutes remaining. And both teams rolling the dice in search of a winner. Hume need it to ensure they could be a chance for playing finals football. Green Gully looking for equal second spot on the table after round 19. Munoz sliced it, and in the meantime, it looks like Barnes could be down behind play. We'll get that confirmed, but as we'll see, Munoz on the replay not testing the target. Stephen Pace. And now some medical assistance to the rescue. And this will add a few minutes of additional time to the contest. And in the meantime, just to give you a quick score refresher and update from around the grounds, on Friday night it was the Bentley Greens knocking off the Moreland Zebras by a goal to nil. And a big win for the Melbourne Knights away against the second placed Oakley Cannons. They won that contest by 3 goals to 1. And Richmond losing in another upset at home. Their good form coming to an end. And the Southern Stars winning that contest by 2 goals to 1. Here at Green Gully Reserve, it's 0-0. Not the result either teams are looking for, and you can stay up to date with all the latest results, news and happenings around the ground on the official Football Federation of Victoria Facebook and Twitter pages. Free kick taken by Barnes. Record man fouled, no doubt about it. Fisher there knew it. Here's Fleming. Just a few minutes remaining left of normal time in this contest. Approaching the 88th minute mark. 0-0 between the reigning champions Green Gully and Hume City. Green Gully currently in 3rd, Hume City in 8th. And although it's a good point for Hume, normally not the best bounce there from Harrison. It gives some space wide for the Cavaliers in Fisher. Fisher had several to beat. Von Dyke, ricocheted. Not out of trouble yet, Hume. Here's Fleming. And that ball holding up on the pitch. Lucky break there for Hume. And on the rebound too, Cardozo. Charge down by Roddy Vargas. Green Gully quickly back in numbers. And this game beginning to open up simply because both teams need 3 points. Silamides. And look at the numbers back for Hume. It really is a brick wall. They're going to have to negotiate Green Gully. Approaching stoppage time. Hockless. Sent in again. Punched away by John Petrevsky. And it's a great chance for Hume to rebound. And unfortunately, the 1-2, Cardozo didn't see his opponent there, Vargas. Eduardo, charged down by pace. What a finale we have here at Green Gully Reserve. And the ball will hold up. The pitch doing Green Gully a favour. Definitely is the more difficult end of the ground to play football. Vargas thought about pulling the trigger and does then. And he's not far off the mark either. There's a few shots from long range we've seen that have either completely missed the mark or been so close. And on that occasion, that one inches away from the left post. Eduardo. Obstructed upon. And definitely a yellow card, you feel, and the referee agrees. And David Chick will be making an appearance late in this game. Hume City's third and final substitution. And Chick comes on for Cardozo. And Lucheseschi looking for one last roll of the dice with some forward power. And options up his sleeve. Vargas on the back post. It nearly spilt there. Fisher to finish just a few yards out from goal, but Hume were able to clear. Wow. Just when you thought Green Gully were going to snatch it at the death. And there's definitely a few minutes left in this contest. We're officially in stoppage time. Hockless missed it. And Hume have runners up front too. Chick, the new substitute, and no ice for the football. A blatant and obvious free kick there. Vargas will accept the apology. Good sportsmanship there from David Chick. Munoz towards Eduardo. Does enough to draw the corner. One of the last attacks for the Cavaliers, or it could be in this contest. Who knows where the referee's watch is at. And before it's taken, just a reminder that next week our live coverage will be Saturday evening between the Dandenong Thunder and the Oakley Cannons. We'll get back to that in a moment. Cleared by Hume. And a great opportunity on the counter. Green Gully pressed forward, and now Hume City can press on the counter, but that transfer there from Chick was brought too far wide. And it bought some time for Green Gully to bring their numbers back. Pace. And Selamides there. Outmuscled his opponent. But Barnes will collect the throw. And Hume, only defending less than 30 seconds ago, and a real threat to concede one at the death, now have an opportunity to string and attack themselves, but Hockless will clear for the Cavaliers. Munoz. Time ticking down. And Pace infringing Munoz. That's the third yellow card for the afternoon. Stephen Pace is first. Munoz. And it is a sea of footballers on the edge of the box. Hume gallantly looking to defend. Green Gully wanting to score. John punching it clear. Bissinger charge down. And there you have it, Martin John. That is the vital touch that will gift Hume a point, you feel. That was goal bound. I think it came off Fisher. That is a brilliant save, particularly Hume's second choice keeper at full stretch. In fact, I think it was Selamides there with the touch, and there you have it. Hume have got it at the death. They have turned defence into attack. And can you believe it? Jose Guerrero, it's Stephen Pace. And Guerrero there at the death has got the winner for Hume City, and the equation is simple. Green Gully will be sitting third on the table. They will not go to equal second. And Hume City, well, their aspirations of playing finals football are kept alive. Jose Guerrero, how many times has he done it this season? He did it against Richmond, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, and he's done it again at the death. And can you believe it? Only seconds ago we were commentating the fact that Martin John has saved Hume from a certain goal and at least a point, and they have taken that opportunity and translated it into a full 3 points. Munoz Green Gully need to be direct. And Hume City, all they need to do is defend. And what a turnaround this will be after losing at home last week to the Oakley Cannons by a goal to nil. One of the hardest places to register a victory, and they will do it. And Hume have done what no other team have done to Green Gully, the reigning champions, the last 2 months, and that is inflict defeat and halt Green Gully's charge towards a treble. And that result has huge ramifications on how the final 5 will look, and it also gives Hume City a lifeline in terms of playing finals football, and it's going to make that task a lot harder for the likes of Richmond and South Melbourne, who are wanting to make a last-minute threat in qualifying for the top 5. And what a game it was. It was an absolute wrestle, an absolute even contest, particularly in difficult conditions, a heavy pitch, a strong breeze, and just when you thought that Hume City were going to concede a goal late in this contest, an absolute goal-bound shot that looked like it came off Anthony Selamides. Somehow, Martin John, at full stretch, got a hand to it. It came off the bar, and Hume City were able to turn defence into an immediate counter-attack. And it is the last-minute goal specialist yet again, Jose Guerrero, 93rd minute, has gifted Hume City a valuable 3 points away from home. What a finale to this contest. We trust you've enjoyed the coverage here from Green Gully Reserve. And do join us next week where our match of the round, the cameras will be at an absolute cracker. Top of the table contest between the Dandenong Thunder and the Oakley Cannons. You can join our coverage next week, and it'll all kick off from 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. But from me, Simon McCuskey, it's good night, and we'll be back with more Round 20 Victorian Premier League football next week.